Dear students, we are studying chapter first, that is reproduction in lower and higher plants. In last part we studied about different agents like biotic and abiotic agents which are responsible for the process of pollination. Today we will see about outbreeding devices or the contrivances. Many plants have mechanisms that discourage or prevent the self pollination. Most of the angiosperm produce bisexual flowers. So, cross pollination is preferred by majority of the flowering plants, and for that they develop outbreeding devices. To promote cross pollination and increase the genetic diversity, plants have evolved a wide variety of sexual strategies. Genetic diversity is an essential factor for evolution by natural selection. Continuous self-pollination result in inbreeding depression. We studied self and cross pollination, their advantages and disadvantages also. So, thus plants have developed many devices to encourage cross pollination. The examples of outbreeding devices are like this: unisexuality. In this case, the plants bears either male or female flowers. It is also called as dioecium, as flowers are unisexual. Means here the flower is present with single androecium or the gynoecium. Single essential whole is present. It may be androecium or it may be gynoecium. Both the sexes are not present in the same plant. So, the flower is unisexual and naturally self pollination is avoided. It is not possible because single sex is present. Plants may be monoecious, example maize, or it may be dioecious, for example papaya plant or mulberry plant. In papaya plant, you know, male plant is different and female plant is different. But in case of maize, in single plant of maize plant, both the male flowers and female flowers are present, but they are different, not within a single flower. Another one, that is the dichogamy. In this device, anthers and stigmas mature at different types in a bisexual flower, means the flower having both the sexes. Androecium is also present and gynoecium is present, but their time of maturation is not same, that is different time of maturation. So, to prevent the self pollination, it can be further divided into two types. Protandry, in this case androecium matures earlier than the gynoecium. Example, in disc florets of sunflower. Protogyny, in this type gynoecium matures earlier than the androecium. Example, gloriosa. Then another one, that is the prepotency. Pollen grains of other flowers germinate rapidly over the stigma than the pollen grains from the same flower, for example in apple. Heterostyly, or it is known as the heteromorphy, in some plants like Primola or primrose, there are 2 or 3 forms or types of the flowers in which stigma and anthers, they are placed at different levels, means heterostyly or heteroanthy. Heterostyly means different styles, different levels of androecium and anthers, androecium and gynoecium is observed. This prevents the pollens from reaching the stigma and pollinating it. In heteromorphic flowers, pollen grains produced from anther pollinate stigmas produced on the same level. Another method, that is herocogamy. It is another type of devices. This device is for, as you know, we are studying about outbreeding devices or the contrivances. So, hercogamy, it is new, it is a mechanical device to prevent self-pollination in a bisexual flower. In plants, natural physical barrier is prevent between two sex organs and avoid contact of the pollen with stigma of the same flower. Example, Calotropis pentangular stigma is positioned above the level of anthers. See in the diagram, anther, that is the pollinia. Then another one device, that is self sterility or the self incompatibility. This is a genetic mechanism due to which the germination of pollen on stigma of the same flower is inhibited, and for example tobacco or thea. Now we will see about the pollen pistil interaction. It is the interaction of pollen grains with the sporophytic tissue, that is the stigma. All the events from deposition of pollen grain on the stigma to the entry of pollen tube in the ovule are referred to as pollen pistil interaction. It is very dynamic process involving pollen recognition followed by promotion or inhibition of pollen germination. Cross pollination by any agent is always by chance. It does not guarantee the transfer of the right type of pollen, that is compatible pollen of the same species as the stigma. Quite often the wrong type of pollen, that is either from other species or from the same plant, but it is self incompatible, lands on the stigma. The pistil has the ability to recognize the pollen. If it is right type, the pistil accepts it and promotes self-pollination that lead to fertilization. If it is wrong type, the pistil rejects it by preventing germination of pollen on the stigma or growth of pollen tube in the style. Thus, only right type compatible pollen germinates on the stigma and the pollen tube comes out through one of the germ pores. The contents of the pollen grain move into the pollen tube and it grows through the tissues of stigma and then style. In most of the plants, pollen grains are shed at the two cell stage. Cell stage, it means that pollen grain having vegetative cell and generative cell. Remember, development of the male gametophyte. The generative cell divides and forms two male gametes during the growth of the pollen tube. After reaching the ovary, pollen tube enters the ovule through the micropyle and then enters one of the synergids through the filiform apparatus and bursts to release the male gametes. All these events are part of pollen pistil interaction. The ability of pistil to recognize the pollen is due to certain chemical components present in the pollen grain which interact with those of the pistil. Recently, botanists have been able to identify some of the pollen and pistil components and the interaction leading to the recognition, followed by acceptance or rejection. The knowledge gained in this area would certainly help the plant breeders in manipulating pollen pistil interaction, even in incompatible pollination, to get the desired hybrids. It also plays important role in sexual reproduction and seed formation. Pollen grain can also be induced to germinate in a synthetic medium. Sucrose induces pollen germination and tube growth in vitro. Addition of boric acid facilitates and accelerates the pollen germination. So, today we studied about outbreeding devices or contrivances for the process of pollination and pollen pistil interaction. Thank you.